Good afternoon, and thanks for joining us here on your MTN station at 5:30. I'm Caitlin Corbett.
Always glad to have your company. I'm Donna Kelly, filling in for Kevin Stanfield, and he will be back on Monday. One person is dead, and a Montana Highway Patrol trooper is fighting for his life tonight after a series of shootings that happened in Missoula County overnight.
The suspect in the shooting was taken into custody nearly 7 hours after two separate shooting incidents. Missoula police received the initial call shortly before 11 p.m. Thursday night with reports of gunfire and that two men and one woman had been shot near the Stone Creek Lodge at Expressway and Tanager Way. One of the men, identified as Shelly Hayes, has died. The suspect, identified as 28-year-old Jonathan Birch, fled the scene.
Missoula police detectives are working on the first crime scene where 3 people were shot near Expressway. Missoula police say they're still looking for the connection between those victims and the suspect, Jonathan Birch, and the motive. Police do believe that this incident is connected with the later shooting on Evero Hill. The Highway Patrol says Trooper Wade Palmer saw the suspect's car near the Evero Bar and Casino early this morning. But when another trooper arrived on the scene to assist him, he found Palmer still seat-belted in his patrol car, shot and critically wounded. Fellow officers pulled Trooper Wade out of his patrol car and rushed him to St. Patrick Hospital in critical condition. Earlier this afternoon, he was airlifted to a Salt Lake City hospital. Law enforcement officers' hearts are heavy.
There's always that question of whether we're going to come home that night or that next morning. But when it actually happens and you see it and you know that person, or maybe you've worked with that person, it really hits hard. And you know, we consider that law enforcement is one big family, and in this particular case, Trooper Palmer is one of our brothers. And you know, we're praying for him, and our hearts are breaking for him and his family and the whole department.
Trooper Wade Palmer has been with the Montana Highway Patrol since 2012. He's stationed in Detachment 112 in Missoula. Trooper Palmer has a wife and 2 young children. In 2015, he was awarded the patrol's highest honor, the Medal of Valor, for his heroic life-saving efforts at the scene of a multi-vehicle crash involving a mother and her young children. Well, about an hour ago, we received the charging documents laying out the case against Jonathan Birch, which includes a charge of murder.
Connor McCauley has that part of our coverage.
One of the 3 people shot on Expressway died in the shooting, while 2 others are in the hospital with gunshot wounds tonight. And now we have charging documents that paint a clear picture of what happened. Late this afternoon, Missoula County prosecutors charged 28-year-old Jonathan Birch with 1 count of murder for the death of Shelly Hayes and 3 counts of attempted murder for Casey Blanchard, Julie Blanchard, and Trooper Wade Palmer. Julie Blanchard called 911 and reported all 3 were shot. She told police she'd gone to pick up Casey and Shelly at a local bar to drive them home. Court documents say a white Escalade followed them, eventually flashing its lights. They pulled over to see if the driver needed help, and that's when the suspect opened fire on the trio. Police say they do have surveillance video from a local business that seems to show the shooter attacking the 3. When police arrived on scene, they found Shelly Hayes was already dead. The 2 other victims were both conscious. Nearly an hour after the original shooting, Montana Highway Patrol Trooper Wade Palmer reported to dispatch that he was under fire. When law enforcement arrived on the scene, they found Palmer unconscious with a gunshot wound and transported him to St. Pat's. Birch then made a call to his father, saying, "I had a road rage incident. I think I might have shot a cop." Law enforcement used the father's phone to call Birch, who admitted his involvement in both shootings but refused to provide a location. Later that night, someone reported a white Escalade on Grooms Road and Birch was brought into custody. He will make his first court appearance Monday. In Missoula, Connor McCauley, MTN News.